Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league, and it is a scorcher in Sydney today. Absolute scorcher the last few days, absolutely getting warm. Enjoy it while it stays here because by Thursday it'll be getting chilly all over again. But yes, we're back to rugby league, and yes, the Warriors got it done, absolutely annihilating Newcastle Knights, who were obviously thinking about their trip to Bali again, because they were absolutely outplayed, outmuscled, and again, at the end of the day, injuries have ruined their season, just like you could say for the Roosters, and probably soon for Melbourne Storm, who somehow miraculously got the victory with 1 minute to go, thanks to Munster and Warbrick's absolute AFL abilities. Let's get to it. We're going to talk about all these games and what's coming up right here at Barry Charles. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to it. Yes, Friday night football. The Sydney Roosters were rejoicing after it looked like Melbourne Storm maybe we're going to get away with this game nice and easy. The Roosters came back into it, and then it looked like the heroics of Sam Walker has come back to get it done. But it was not to be, as Cameron Munster come down with the ice kick right at the death, with Will Warbrick absolute brilliant hands, take it out of the grasp of the Sydney Roosters and score the winning try. Absolutely outstanding. It was well, I wouldn't say a great game, but in terms of entertainment, it was another great game, just like the Knights the week before. Close at the end, but to be fair, Dinkum, neither team, again, well, Storm are not going to beat Penrith next week. I can tell you that right now. Penrith don't even need Luai. I'd be resting Luai if I was them, because I don't see the Storm beating at all Penrith on what I saw. Penrith have been a class above them all season long. The Storm have probably overachieved this season, I believe. People will say it differently, but I think they've overachieved for what the players they've got on their team. I know they've got Munster, Hughes if he's back this week. Oates as well, another one injury prone. But really not many stars at Harry Grant, of course. Will Warbrick's obviously come up and helped this thing, but Justin Olam's missed most of the season because of whatever poor behaviour, whatever the issue is, form, defence. Whether he stays around for next week, this week coming up, we will find out. But yeah, to me, I cannot see them have any hope of beating Penrith. But salivate the victory of Melbourne Storm, because it's going to be short-lived, I believe, because I think Penrith are just going to blow them away. But in saying that, if anyone is going to have a chance of beating Penrith, Melbourne, if they can defend, that's all, and that's what Melbourne have always been good for, is defence. If they can defend and be in the grind at the end, there is a chance they could get up with the victory. So if there was any team in terms of defence, they're the best defence there when they want to be. So that's the question mark. But what about the Warriors? Yes, Warriors salivate. Shaun Johnson's back, and the Warriors are going all the way to the grand final. Yes, the Warriors to the grand final. Let's ride the wave, fans. The Warriors have got the chance to put the upset of the season up against the Broncos. They couldn't get it done against Penrith, but obviously they didn't have Shaun Johnson. It's going to be a very tough day, don't get me wrong. Broncos absolutely blitzing in an attack, but if they can take Brees Walsh and Adam Reynolds out of the game, you can win this game, and that's what the Warriors have to focus on. If Shaun Johnson can just kick it to the corners like he did, away from Ponga, that's what you got to do. You just kick it away from, they have deliberately stayed away from Ponga, and Mars, you keep letting the ball bounce. So if they continue, if the Broncos do similar vein, that's the key. They want to keep Walsh out of the game, and that's smart football. Reece Walsh might be a bit more lightning on his feet, so we'll see if it works in this game. But clearly, I'm sure there's going to be a plan from the Warriors to try and just stay away from Walsh so he didn't do those damaging runs. But yes, Adam Reynolds, he's going to be one of the key players, obviously up front. And this is where the Warriors actually have an advantage, I believe, defensively. Tohu Harris and Adam Fanua-Blake with Mitchy Barnett, they're up with the best in the defence and the comp up the middle. They are very good middles, and that's where the Warriors have a chance. If they're going to be Broncos, they have to stop Payne Haas, Patrick Carrigan, and Tom Flegler. If they do that, then look out. But going back to the game, the Warriors absolutely dominated all facets, and it was all thanks to Johnson. He played brilliantly. Absolutely, he wasn't the only one. Charles Nicholl-Klokstad very much playing the Roger Tuivasa-Sheck type play. And the Canberra Raiders must be itching their head why they let him go. But obviously Ricky Stewart has other ideas. as we remember last week, Ricky Stewart did not pick Jared Croker, and what a shame that was. He should have been playing. Unbelievable. But anyway, for the Warriors, Johnson's back. I don't think he's 100%. You could see just the way he was running. He didn't dive for that ball when he knocked it on. Clear to say he's not 100%. But he should be a lot better this week. But he's going to have to be, because the Warriors need him to play a 11 out of 10 game if the Warriors are going to somehow go to Brisbane and pull off the miracle to make their first grand final since 2011. So Warriors fans celebrate and all get to the game. It's going to be an interesting game up there in Queensland. So it's a big game for the Warriors coming up. But yes, what's doing for the Knights? Unfortunately, they are on their way out the door. See you later. They can go to Bali now and celebrate. But Adam O'Brien is going to get re-signed for another 2 years. An interesting. I just don't understand sometimes when they sign these players, coaches to these deals. Why don't you just wait till the last season? I understand a little bit of disruption there. Because he has made a few finals, no doubt about it. But hasn't got past week 2 as yet, and that is the big key. People saying the Knights have underachieved. I mean, overachieved this year with the team they got. When you have one of the top 5 players in the game, and let's they get it twisted, Ponga is one of the top 5 players best in the game at his best. He's proven it last year for Queensland. Just because he had the head knocks, don't get it twisted. He is as good as Reece Walsh. They're both as good as each other. So Ponga had a quiet game, and there was a lot to do with the Warriors, really just getting him out of the game. He had to go into the game more, which is probably what he needed to do. He wasn't used to it. It was good kicking from Shaun Johnson. He really put on a display. But yeah, for Knights fans, how do we see next season going? I'm not 100% sure. Without Clune, Jackson Hastings, is he going to last the whole season starting? Not having that backup player. It seems to be a huge thing. And Penrith is doing it well. And they signed Brad Snyder for next season. They just keep picking up journeymen as they go along. They're solid players, do their job. When Nathan Cleary's out, they can play their robot style and just continue on. That's what they've done very good at Panthers over having those backup players. And now they're going to lose Jamin Salmon, but they seem to continue to find someone else. But what I've seen is they've said, see you later, Jamin Salmon. You're out the door, mate. Hasn't been playing for quite a while now. And he's been in the last 2 grand finals on the bench. Is they going to come back to haunt them? We will find out. But it doesn't seem like he's going to get back into the team at all come finals time. It's more Jack Cocker will get that spot if they don't stick with Peachy, depending on how they decide to go down that route. But it all depends on Targo as well, probably. But Peachy more likely to be the bench player, so maybe both Cogger. But Cogger could play this week, who knows? If there's any risk of Luai, I wouldn't play him because I think they'll get home easily without him. That'd be the question mark you'd have to ask there. But anyway, it was a good win for the Warriors. They're 1 win away from a grand final. Can they pull it off? Let's hope so. Melbourne Storm, the same. Can they get up against Penrith and Broncos? Obviously, Penrith and Broncos are the 2 teams to beat. But these have been the best 4 teams all season, proven by the ladder. And let's dive in and find out how this is going to go later in the week. But anyway, have a great day out there, all my rugby league fans. Hope you're having a great day out there.